This man is simply ridiculous. While other players are spending money for top-tier equipment, he turned the game into a hardcore crafting simulator. All equipment is hammered out by himself one by one. Disliking the low damage of the system provided bow and arrows, he drew blueprints and did research overnight. He actually crafted spiral arrowheads with bleeding effects. No talent for fire magic, no panic. He simply used herbs mixed with ores to do chemical experiments, and concocted explosive oil comparable to grenades. The story starts when he just entered the game. Jack logged into this latest VR game. To keep a low profile, he directly chose the archer class recognized as trash. His skill combination was also completely weird. Attack skill chose the most basic kick. Support skills chose cooking and pharmacy. He even gave up defense, choosing a set of light cloth clothes. But as soon as he entered the newbie village, he was surrounded by a group of pay-to-win players, looking at Jack carrying that broken wooden bow. Everyone showed mocking smiles. In this game pursuing stats and efficiency, no one would team up with a burden like Jack. Jack ignored these ridicules. He came to the wild training ground alone, but reality gave him a slap in the face quickly. He found the bow and arrow were indeed trash. He could not even hit a target within 10 meters, let alone fighting monsters. This hit rate was a problem even for self-protection. Under bitter practice, Jack finally upgraded his sword skill to level 5. Now he could barely hit targets within 10 meters. At the critical moment Jack remembered the kick skill he picked, since he cannot hit from a distance. Then play archer as a warrior. Jack with bursting confidence decided to go into actual combat. However, on the first day of server opening, the wild was full of players queuing for dungeons. At this time he thought of his far sight skill. He soon found his first target. His first opponent was a one-horned rabbit. Jack drew the bow and set the arrow very smoothly. Then he missed with one shot. The rabbit instantly turned red-eyed and pounced on Jack. Jack shot again in panic, although he successfully hit the rabbit's leg, but it angered the rabbit instead. Jack had to use a flying kick, hitting the rabbit right in the face. The rabbit was kicked flying into the air. The poor rabbit turned into a piece of rabbit meat before understanding what happened. This scene happened to be seen by two passing players. It was their first time seeing someone playing archer like a soccer hooligan. Jack's weird path had just begun. He felt the food in the shop was awful, so he started cooking himself. The result was even worse than what he bought, because his class was too niche. Basically no one sold bows and arrows he could use. Helplessly he had to make equipment himself. A bow with plus 12 damage was completed. Compared to the newbie time the power increased a lot, but he still could not hit monsters. The skills dealing damage were either wind magic or kick. Jack returned with a full load. Found everyone in town was looking for potions. Asking around he knew. It turned out the NPC's potions were sold out. Coincidentally Jack prepared a lot of materials before, and because the pharmacy skill is relatively useless, few people have this ability, so Jack directly became a hotcake in the game. Just when everyone was queuing to buy, the pay-to-win player Dio, who mocked Jack at the opening, appeared, and arrogantly asked Jack to sell all potions to him. But Jack did not panic at all, because there was more than one person behind him. Helplessly Dio had to issue a duel invitation. Jack accepted this readily, because he knew the opponent's weakness was underestimating the enemy. Sure enough, Dio still thought Jack's main job was archer, so he immediately closed the distance and started slashing, resulting in being subdued directly by a flying kick. With the level increase, Jack came to a new map, but he just wanted to shoot the giant needle bee, but accidentally hit a rock ant. This monster has extremely high defense. There is also a disgusting mechanism. Once attacked, it will call companions. In a blink of an eye Jack was surrounded by a group of rock ants. Jack had no choice but to engage in melee combat, but what he did not expect was, this ant has a damage reflection characteristic. Melee attacks will reflect damage. This was Jack's first death in the game. After resurrection Jack learned from the pain. He realized the importance of equipment. Since the equipment given by the system is no good, then he will make it himself. He used the blacksmith skill to start modifying his equipment. One type of arrow with penetration effect. Another type is the high damage hammer shaped arrow. But he seemed to realize something. His damage seemed to be all caused by flying kicks. So Jack started modifying his shoes. Inlaying sharp refined steel blades on the soles. These shoes directly added 12 points of attack power. Passers-by called it too perverted after seeing it. But as an archer he still had self-awareness. He modified his bow and arrow again, transforming the original wooden bow into a compound bow. Although the draw weight increased, but the power directly doubled. The fully armed Jack found the rock ant again. This time he was not reckless. He quietly sneaked behind a lone rock ant. He pulled the bowstring fully and shot a hammer arrow, directly causing paralysis. Jack seized the opportunity to shoot an armor-piercing arrow, directly piercing through the rock ant's shell. Jack showed a satisfied smile. Jack returned to town with the loot. He planned to use the rock ant's shell to forge a new set of armor for himself. Just as he passed the square, he met Red from the same guild. He did not expect the guild leader to announce a heavy news just after he came back. Their next goal is to crusade against the ultimate boss in the newbie zone. Jack knew he boarded a pirate ship. Even his armor-piercing arrows could not cause fatal injuries. Instead it made it unusually berserk. At the critical moment, the tank player in the guild rushed up, trying to attract the big bear's attention, and the nurse followed behind him to continue healing, with two people attracting hatred. Immediately after several other swordsmen also rushed up. The long swords in their hands chopped on the bear's skin. They did not even break the defense. Everyone realized this is the gap in levels. Jack hid in the distance looking for the boss's weakness, shot that special spiral arrow, but unexpectedly his archer damage was too low to cause damage. In the end Jack could only rely on melee strength. He changed wind magic into acceleration magic, immediately after changing his own weight and leaping up, stepping on the armor-piercing arrow with his feet, stabbing a sword into the boss's eyebrows. Everyone seized the opportunity, went up together to finish it off, finally defeated the boss. And just then, the game released a new announcement. The brand new pet system is about to go online. All players have a chance to get an exclusive pet, and Jack also got a shiny contract crystal. Found a corner with no one to prepare to summon his destiny divine beast. After all, he just singled out the the king of the forest. It should be a domineering dragon or wolf no matter what. However, reality is often more nonsense than games. The ritual light dissipated, but there was nothing in front of him. Back at the guild, teammates were frantically showing off. Jack's mentality collapsed, completely unaware. He had become a walking fairy magnet. Although Jack was very depressed, but life must go on. To calm down, he decided to turn grief and indignation into strength. As soon as he entered the cave, he encountered a huge spider. Jack still used a combo of wind magic plus flying kick arrow, but did not cause fatal injury. Jack could only use the terrain advantage to circle around. After consuming for a long time, he finally killed the spider. Just when Jack was ready to loot the corpse, the spider's body suddenly turned into a group of elves. To repay Jack, the dark elf took him to the depths of the cave. There was a treasure chest hidden here. Inside was a shining ring. At this moment, Jack did not know yet how much trouble this seemingly ordinary ring would bring him.